seconds remaining.
Welcome back, everybody, to your second best out of 3 of the day
Reserve time.
for the Beyond the Summit World Tour. I am LD of dotacommentaries.com. Joining me will be godz. We're watching mousesports versus DK. This is game number 1. Now, for anyone who's just tuning in, who hasn't caught the last couple of series with Mouse, I'm about to spoil them. So cover your ears for a few seconds. Well, mousesports are 0-2 in the group. They lost to MUFC, and they also lost to, I believe it was IG. The day before. So mousesports have lost their first 2 matches, but they're not out of the tournament yet. They still have a chance to advance into that main playoff bracket if they are able to win this match and a couple of other things go their way. So I'm LD, joining me of course is godz. Godz, how you doing, buddy? Do you think Mouse can pull this one off?
I think this is a team they have the potential to beat. It won't be easy. Right off the bat, we can see them doing some adjustments and knowing this team fairly well. They've banned out the anti-major burning. They've come close twice. Both the games they've lost to IG and MUFC have been 2-1 defeats, and they've played some really close, exciting games. So nothing to be disappointed in if you're a Mouse fan. They have played against some of the best teams in the world, some of the best teams in Asia. In fact, they've had 3 Asian teams in their group. Here they are up against DK, one of the kings of Dota 1, a team who's been in a bit of a slump lately in both Dota 1 and Dota 2, but a team with a star-studded lineup.
I love the decision by Mouse here. Ban out the anti-mage. The Naga Siren, maybe just because they don't want to deal with the new hero. I haven't ever seen DK use it, but dealing with the unknown can be frightening. But I like this ban on the anti-mage. It forces DK out of their comfort zone, and we've seen it so many times before. DK get the anti-mage, Burning gets a fast start, and before you know it, he's got that battle fear at 13 minutes. Maybe you kill him once or twice, but he always finds a way to extend the game. Especially with Super backing up. We saw an amazing Windrunner performance yesterday. So I love this decision by Mouse. Force them out of their comfort zone. But there's still a lot of other heroes in the pool that DK would love to pick up. I mentioned the Windrunner for Super, also the Morphling. And off the bat, it's a Rubik first pick. How do you feel about this?
Well, I feel it's not a Darkseer. That's my initial thoughts. It's not the Darkseer first pick. Darkseer is still in the pool, but Rubik is a versatile hero. Maybe they're planning on coming some way of dealing with the Darkseer, which does immediately get taken up by DK. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, it is just such a strong hero with the current metagame. I mean, it works in any draft. You don't have to go for the big AoE team fight. You can go for a push strat. You can go for an AoE team fight. You can just play it standard. He just is such a strong side lane solo that even if you play a standard hard carry game or just a lane control game, Darkseer will fit regardless. So mousesports, we'll see what they can come up with.
Templar Assassin and Lone Druid. I like this by Mouse. They're experimenting, going outside of their comfort zone a bit. Lone Druid is not a hero we see them pick very often, although they certainly have used it in the past. It's not one of their common picks. And TA, I don't think we've ever seen them run it before. I do like this pick. First of all, the Lone Druid gives you Entangle, which is a great way to try and deal with Darkseer and anyone else that gets Surge. If you get off an Entangle, they actually have a lot of great ways to deal with Surge. They have the Entangle, they also have Telekinesis, so that's 2 reliable. No, I mean, Entangle's not reliable, but if you get it off, will be a great way to try and lock him or his allies down. And Telekinesis as well. So I like Mouse's lineup right now. 3 heroes that are very strong, and I expect these will all be getting some... Well, actually, maybe it'll be a support Rubik. We normally see TA going mid. We've seen Mouse run the solo mid Rubik in the past. But, I mean, what are your thoughts? Do you think this will be a support Rubik? Do you think he's going to be getting some far mid, maybe TA in the safe lane? Where are we going to see the third lane?
I mean, if they're going to run that Lone Druid in the top lane, they can easily run Templar Assassin and Rubik as their 2 other sort of farming heroes. I mean, Rubik's a hero that you can play a lane where he just gets solo XP and farm and then transitions into sort of that number 3 role where he's leading the games, providing utility, has the arcane boots, the mech, the 4 staffs, these useful items for his teams. But it looks like we may be seeing a support Rubik. I mean, Templar Assassin does do better in the middle lane. Bottom lane, I mean, while we may be looking at a Rubik there, I don't know if he'll be the one farming up in that lane. I feel like they may be better off going for something else with a bit more of a mid-game impact. DK, they picked up a scary first 3 picks. This, to me, is very, very strong, and I much prefer what DK have got. They've got Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Darkseer. Great synergy between Shadow Demon and Leshrac with a disruption into a Split Earth, and just really versatile picks that they can lane different ways. You can play Leshrac as a support or as a farmer, even a solo mid. You don't have to always put those 2 heroes together to start things off with, and Darkseer can just cause problems wherever he goes. I mean, even in the jungle, I've seen DK, one of the few teams I've seen actually run jungle Darkseer.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you see out all the time in pubs, and he's a great jungling hero, especially if you abuse, well, I'll call it abuse, but if you use Smoke of the Sea in order to stack up those camps and then farm them. So you can put him in the jungle, of course, likely to be in the off lane. It's certainly a possibility anyway. DK just have such a versatile opening. Because they have the Darkseer, the Leshrac, the Shadow Demon, they have an off lane if they need it. They have a hero In fact, two heroes that can solo mid. But likely it would be the Leshrac, if anything. And Leshrac is not bad against TA because he has Edict, which does so many small pulses of damage every, I think it's 4 or 5 instances per second, which means that it's going to eat the refraction almost immediately. Still, he is squishy. Meld will hurt him, so it's not an easy, or it's not a guaranteed win for Leshrac, but it's a lane he can win 1v1. And Shadow Demon can't even go solo mid. Normally we see him as the support. And with this lineup, he probably will be, but if DK tack on a Morphlate and maybe an Earthshaker to finish off this lineup, I feel like they're pretty unstoppable. I mean, we've seen Burning play that Farming Panda a couple of times, but I'm just not sure what Mouse will be able to do to deal with a Morphlate with this kind of supporting cast.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we'll see where they want to go. But for me, this is going to be interesting to see what Mouse get with their last 2 picks. I mean, I imagine it's just going to be a couple sort of support-oriented heroes, or that solo. DK, on the other hand, banning off the Shadow Shaman. So, I mean, it's a hero that can run into that support role or as that sort of solo hero if they want to play the Rubik as a support. It's a solo hero that doesn't need to get lots of farm. He can control the game, similar to how you can see heroes like Stormstripe go as a solo role, something that mousesports could always consider. We'll see where they want to go with this, what they want for their last 2 picks. DK, they've got... I feel DK just can go almost anywhere. They can pick up the hard carry if they want. They can go for a mid-game oriented strategy. I mean, the Brewmaster's still in the pool. We've seen Burning play that a couple times. They have lost both times I can remember that he's used it, but I mean, it's still a pick which would be very strong and could deal with the Templar Assassin. There's no real disables to prevent Brewmaster from going in, getting off the clap into an ultimate, and then just wreaking havoc.
Okay, so for Mouse, well, we mentioned a couple possibilities. Let me throw something at you. Let's say the Rubik is playing that support role. Maybe there's room for Blacks to play Clinks this game, and the reason I bring up Clinks, if you get an early Orchid, you can actually pick off Darkseer before he gets the combo off. And it gives you that roaming hero. Everybody on DK is a caster, very reliant on their spells. No, it's Invoker, so definitely there's not room for that anymore. It's got to be a support Rubik. I'm curious how they're going to land this now, because they have 3 heroes that normally like to be soloing. You could argue Rubik prefers to as well. And they still need a support. It's going to be awkward lanes for Mouse.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Lone Druid playing that off lane probably as a solo, unless they want to run tri-lane top, but they don't really have a strong tri-lane to do that with. So we're looking at, I'd say, off-lane Lone Druid with Templar Assassin, I'd say maybe Invoker at mid, Templar Assassin in the safe lane, and you're looking at Rubik and one other support. There's your Brewmaster. And I think this is in reaction, I mean, it's great against the Spirit Bear, and it's just DK saying we don't really need a hard carry, we just need to make sure Templar Assassin doesn't tear through us. And a hero like Brewmaster, he's got the evasion, he's got the really useful and versatile ultimate, which does give DK a lot of flexibility. And you've got Shadow Demon as well. The defensive disruption as well as offensively to set up kills can be very, very powerful. DK's last hero, I'd say maybe something along the lines of Queen of Pain, some kind of burst damage hero. Windrunner's an option as well. E has picked up for mousesports. That's going to give him some solid lanes and just give him that support option. But I do feel DK have got the better off of this draft so far.
You know, trying to think here. Okay, you put Darkseer in the off lane. You can maybe dual lane the Panda mid and still have room for a hard carry if you want to do that. So I don't feel like that's locked off to them. If they want to get, maybe you put the Morphling and the Leshrac together, Leshrac can do the pulling, and then Shadow Demon Panda, very strong dual lane. It may not kill a Templar Assassin if that's the hero that goes mid, but it can certainly win the lane and keep her back. So I think the options are open for DK. You mentioned Queen of Pain, you mentioned Windrunner. Oh, it's a Bounty Hunter. I like this too, especially against the TA. Gives you and the Invoker, 2 heroes that can go invis, so it gives you that. And more importantly, it gives you gold for a team that really actually needs a lot. Only Shadow Demon is gold independent on this lineup.
Yeah, I think it's a smart little pick here, and it does have some nice, does give them some nice control in those team fights as well as the smaller skirmishes. I mean, Templar Assassin can be monitored constantly as soon as she gets tracked up. Lone Druid won't be having much of an impact for a while, and I mean, this just lets Bounty Hunter sort of weave in and out. He can just take pokes at the Earthshaker, at the Rubik, and then when he knows he can get those kills, he'll go in, fully initiate on them, as we will see what the 2 teams are going to do. Interestingly enough, this is actually, I guess, Sing Sing playing the support Rubik. Over on mousesports, I'll just quickly introduce those guys. We have got Sing Sing on Rubik. He's put up some Observe Ward, so he is playing support. Tizar, the stand-in, I believe he plays for SGC maybe, or he has in the past. He's playing the Earthshaker. Black on the Lone Druid. We have got Bamboo playing the mid-lane Templar Assassin, something they must have picked up last game after seeing Nick play it. And we'll have Come With Me playing the Invoker. He's heading down towards the bottom lane. Yeah,
and I mean, as far as that Rubik goes, I feel like Rubik is kind of like Invoker in that Many heroes can, many people, all these pros can play it with, you know, a competency, but you really want to have a dedicated player who's a master at the hero, and it seems like for mousesports that will be Saint, whether it's support or more of a farmer. For DK, we have Zippo playing the support Shadow Demon. Burning will be, of course, farming because he's burning, and he's playing that Panda. ROTK, Stout Shield picked up. All the heroes head towards bottom. He'll be on the Bounty Hunter. Super playing that Darkseer, and it maybe it's a solo mid Darkseer. It looks like he's trying to rush a bottle, or it could be a jungler as well. And long DD, although I don't know if bottle's the best choice if you're jungling. And then long DD on the Leshrac. Smoke of Deceit picked up for him. With DK, I mean, who is going to be down bottom? It could be Bounty Hunter, it could be Darkseer. I'm kind of curious how they're going to land this one.
Well, I'd say, I mean, they could send Bounty Hunter bottom and then run the Darkseer in the jungle. The way I've seen them play that Darkseer jungle is, well, it looks like we may be seeing, because they rush bottle. He's got 3 branches, which means it looks like he will be rushing that bottle. And then they'll stack camps a little bit, but it's mostly just get a fast level 3, level 4, and then go and gank the top lane. Around level 3, level 4, he'll try and kill top, which, I mean, with Brewmaster, well, I guess Shadow Demon Brewmaster, they can well achieve. I mean, it depends how they want to do it. It looks like actually Shadow Demon and Leshrac both have support-oriented builds, though. So based on that, Darkseer may be going to be even soloing the middle lane. I mean, he's got a rush bottle lane. I mean, DK can do absolutely anything with these picks. I'd just say ROTK does look like he's built up going towards that bottom lane. He's got the Stout Shield, Salves, and Tengu. I mean, that's a side lane solo build. Whereas Darkseer is not looking towards that bottom lane solo with his 3 branches rush bottle. It's either jungle or solo mid.
Okay, on a totally unrelated note, I'm reading the player chat here. They're talking about the training house that DK has. Have you seen the pictures of that place, guys? It looks like a palace.
Yeah.
China knows how to take care of their Dota stars. That is for sure.
It is insane. I mean, that is where they train day in, day out. They get looked after, and we'll see if it's going to pay off here. Apparently, they're not playing from there at the moment. They're actually in Beijing. I guess, from a different little house or from a LAN cafe, as they do travel constantly for all their Dota 1 schedules. So
5-man smoke off the bat from DK.
Yeah.
This is something you used to see a lot of, especially when Dota 2 first came out, and I think at the original International. Oh, they might find Come With Me, just about the worst timing, but he's just going to be out of range. I think, no, they're thinking about diving him. They missed the split earth. That may cause them to back off. About 5,000 pings breaking out. I love when mousesports have some sort of confusion or like, I mean, they love to pay more than any other team. At least seems to me. And Sing Sing's response, well, we're not even going to comment on that, but you guys can see it for yourselves. So, well, it's a bit of an investment here for DK. 5-man smoke. They don't actually place any wards, so if Mouse want to pull, Sing Sing's going to get some farm on that bottom lane.
Yep, and the good news is for DK is they know the lanes. They've scouted out that the Invoker is going to be at bot. They don't know if he's solo, if he's going to have the spot. He does have that Rubik there backing him up, but they can adjust their lanes if they want to, based on what they've seen. They are going to go with what they have. They're going to have Darkseer actually in the mid lane, rushing that bottle. ROTK at bottom, and they are going to be running that tri-lane at top. Brewmaster, Leshrac, Shadow Demon. Not really a full-on tri-lane. They'll be using those creep pulls to maximum effect, stacking both the normal pull camp, they're pulling the small camp, pulling the big camps where possible, and just being as annoying as possible to this lone druid who's going to be trying to pull that creep wave away towards his tower.
You know, if they want to, they really can do the double or even triple pull. Pulling to the small camp first, like you said, to the pull camp as well, and then you can even pull to the hard camp. So there's 3 camps you can get the creeps over to. And actually, if you're really good, you can pull from the small camp into these other 2. It's the dire jungle. You can actually pull to any camp. You need 2 to start. Oh actually, Zippo gets caught out. What a fissure by Zar. Eats his way out. Is he going to survive? No, killed by a neutral. Oh, that was a bit lucky there. But unlucky for Mouse. And now Black's dropping low. He's got to be careful. Man, that fissure block from Zar. He may be a stand-in. Showing some great coordination. Oh, it's super mid versus... Okay, gods. I like this matchup actually for Darkseer. Because that Ion Shell going to do damage over time, so if Templar Assassin approaches the creep wave, she's going to be taking that damage. Refraction's not going to help you that much. And also your melee range at first, unless you max out side blades, which we don't normally see. This is a strong matchup for the Darkseer, actually.
Yeah, he will do well here. I mean, both heroes do have their bottle. It's going to come down a lot to who gets runes. I imagine we may even see bottle crowing from both these. Yeah, bottle crow already going to be happening maybe from the Darkseer if he wants to. His career is still there. But it's interesting, that's for sure, and we will see whether or not it can Does it go Darkseid's way like you say it might? I think he does have a slight edge, and he can push the wave and really put Bamboo, make him have to tank the creep wave a lot and have the wave under his tower, making it harder for him to last hit.
I mean, Bamboo's handling it very well, considering how difficult it is. But look what's happening. The wave pushes in, and Super is surged, so he should get every single rune here. Up top, big engagement. Fissure was already used. Black caught out. He will go down. And as good as that lone druid is in the off lane, even with Earthshaker backing him up, there's just too much lockdown here for DK. The disruption, the clap, as well as the split earth, and Edict for that great burst damage. Look at the levels on this tri-lane already. Long DD, oh, I hear Sunstrike in mid. It actually hits, Super dropping low. May go down, Surge cooling down. He's got one more Surge, but if he stops to actually use it, I think he'll die. He's not going to. Up top, Burning dives to the tower. Burning ever so low, escapes with 80 HP. Big escapes from Super and Burning, barely surviving. And mousesports, it feels like they're just I mean, the bad luck this game already, the creep deny, the 2 kills barely being missed. It's not going their way, but they're showing those signs of life and the potential to get these kills.
Yeah, I mean, Black has been playing his positioning at top lane. I mean, getting that kill, I mean, it was denied, which is some really nice positioning from him. But ES actually drops down a Fissure just to make sure Leshrac doesn't steal that Ursa Warrior. Probably worth trading for, and we'll see Leshrac showing just continuing to use these pools to get the lane equilibrium where they want it and to create those openings. They've got the lane ward, they've got the vision, they've got all the control they want over this top lane, and it's going to be very hard for Black to get any sort of a farm here, although he's so far played it pretty well. We'll see what happens at mid lane. Bamboo actually getting very, very low. He is bottle crowing himself up. Darkseid, is there an Iron Shell or a vacuum? Oh, he misses the vacuum. Not going to land. He went for a vacuum into an Iron Shell just out of range.
I felt like he could have just Iron Shell surged there, but he wants to vacuum in just to make sure that Bamboo can't escape. Didn't want to dive that tier 2, and Bamboo dodges a bullet. ROTK, level 4 already. Sunstrike is going to hit. He drops real low. Look at the burst damage from this lane. That's only 2 spells. Cold Snap, Invoke, they really wanted to kill. Normally you won't see an Exort Invoker actually go into Cold Snap unless he thinks he needs it and can get a kill. Bamboo disrupted at the rune right as it spawns, but the rune is bottom, and it's actually going to go the way of Sing Sing, who's got Dust picked up already. They really want this Bounty Hunter, but so far not able to get him. Uh-oh, Zippo. Or no, wait, that's the real hero. Oh, I thought... Okay, he's going to get out. I was thinking about Illusion Runes, but they were actually bottom, so bit of a brain fart there.
Happens to us all, happens to us all. Bottom lane, oh, they actually pop a Dust, expecting Bounty Hunter to be their invis. It reaches him just, but he's well and truly away from that. Sing Sing not guessing right there. ROTK now comes poking his way back in. ROTK is going for the max Shuriken, so often you'll see these side lane solid Bounty Hunters getting only a couple points, 1 or 2, and just getting heavy on the Janata or heavy on the Shadow Walk, but he wants the high damage nuke, and he's even using it to last hit a bit. He just threw one to get a single creep kill here, but he's doing pretty well at bottom lane. He's level 5. Has some CS and has managed to get himself up to basically on par with Come With Me as far as XP goes.
Compare that to the Radiant. It's a level 3 Earthshaker and a level 4 Lone Druid, and most importantly, it's a Lone Druid who's not getting much farm, just boots at this point. Compare that to the Panda. Sitting on 800 gold, almost has his Arcane Boots. I mean, Black's really doing well considering the situation, but if he was free farming in that bottom lane, he'd easily have 30 CS at this point, or 25 to 30, so he's a bit behind. And I mean, it's going to be up to Come With Me in the mid game. Come With Me and Bamboo have to make things happen. Bamboo has not had much farm either. He's got boots as well as a magic wand. Well, actually, no, he's got a decent amount. But I just feel like he's on the back foot. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say here, is he can't approach the creep wave. If he does, Iron Shells hit him. Disruption to start up top. They want the Lone Druid again. Soul Catcher, perfect timing to follow. Instant Entangle and the Fissure. Might go the other way to long DD. Black with the huge turnaround here. Eddie's going to escape, at least force a rotation, and pulls the bear back in. Actually right-clicking away. Falls out of range. Sunstrike not going to hit. Narrowly missing. Black continues to retreat. Really well done, and we need to see the trap used by Bamboo. Actually wouldn't matter with the Surge. Vacuum in. Iron Shield doing big damage. Salve available. Needs an Entangle. Not going to get that Entangle. Bamboo could turn this around, though. Refraction. Look at the damage on the Zippo. That's only a level 1 meld. Super entangled under tower range, and the Salve comes out. Is Black really going to pull out a double out of the hat?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Black is played out of his mind now, and he's doing this in a dual lane in the off lane, burning with the clap. Bamboo still chasing like a boss. Needs another trap to get this kill. Not going to have it. 1,000 gold on Burning. If he dies now, that means no Arcane Boots for him. Big chase. One more trap. They're actually, the Split Earth gets canceled. Long DD might get entangled here. If he gets entangled, they will go in. Sing Sing invis, running into tower range. Should be going for long DD. He will. Telekinesis, throwing him back into Bamboo. Trap is used as well. Edict being split up. LDD gonna go down. One more right click. Mouse striking back. Suddenly the score is 4-1. Did not expect this at all. Sing Sing gets caught out. He may drop in exchange. Darkseer picks him up. Bernie dropping low as well. Still on the retreat. Bamboe really diving for this. I think he needs to back off now. I think he may be... he's in a bit of trouble here. Refraction is up. But look how quickly it's going to wear off. Actually, is it not being effective? No, he already lost all the charges. Yeah, almost instantly that Ion Shell removes it. Bamboe tried to TP out. No vacuum. It was cooling down. Wow. That was some incredible individual play from mousesports there.
Oh, I mean, especially Black as well. He somehow kept himself alive, and the Entangle did come at the right time, but you don't get those amazing plays without a bit of luck, and when they happen, it looks amazing, and that was as much Black's skill as it was luck. I mean, if he hadn't hit the Entangle, he wouldn't have got the kill, but still, I don't think he was going to die either way, and it was just really great to see that. Top lane, though, under a bit of pressure, ES needs to be careful.
Oh, come with me. It's a level 7 bounty hunter. Wow, RTK really farming well. They're going to use a Panda ult for this. The track actually making the Panda move just a bit faster. Throws him up in the air. That vision really helping out. Needs to dispel this tornado soon. He's wasting a lot of precious time. And Ghostwalk is not... No, sorry, not Ghostwalk Invoke. They will get the kill. That early pointed Shuriken, or maxing it out, rather. Giving them a lot of burst damage here. But a Panda ult just for that kill. It's a decent trade, but it's not an amazing one. Still, they get the track gold, and that may be the big thing there. It's going to be a big boost for DK. Tower dive from Super. Look at the aggression from Super in this lane. Vacuuming Bamboe back in. Is he going to tower dive? He's not going to. And Sing Sing coming around for the back lines. Double damage on him. Telekinesis used very early. Might have been a bit too early. No, they're going to get the kill. And this frees up the top lane where we're going to see Black getting a bit more farm. Phase boots up on the bear, as well as boots on the hero. He can easily solo kill this Leshrac if he ever gets an entangle.
Yeah, Black is looking to be very aggressive with this bear. I mean,
he gets it!
The entangle? There we go. Fissure gonna follow. This is the end of Long DD. There we go. Just what you're talking about happened. LD the Prophet.
You know, Godz, it's one of these things where I mention it and then I immediately look away from the lane, but I saw them run in and I was like, I'd better check that one again. So, I call it and then I fail to watch it, but in the end it works out.
For the temple.
That's why you have co-commentators.
Oh yeah. Burning's picked up the early arcane boots. He did this build last time. I mean, he seems to go for the early arcane to help out his team as well as himself. He can be a lot more aggressive if he can spam more of those claps and then go straight for that Blink Dagger. Maybe a magic wand along the way, but Blink Dagger will be his next big core item. And then with Arcane and Blink, that's when they look to force the issue, take down towers, take team fights, and just use that ultimate whenever possible to find an opening. But right now, the support heroes over on DK, the Shadow Demon, Leshrac, they're not really farming well. They're not in a very good position to have too much of an impact. Boots only on all of them. Darkseer as well.
Sing stole track and the Sunstrike as well. RTK is probably going to regret having that ability. One more right click does the trick, and that's a track kill. They do get the bonus gold from that. Oh, meanwhile, top lane, no time to talk about bottom as Black is taking a lot of damage, completely surrounded. And I think he will go down, but he's tanking forever. He's going to get Zippo first. I think one or two more right clicks. No, the Split Earth locking him down. Zippo with the turnaround. The clap cleans up the kill. But even when Black dies, he makes them work for it. And now Templar says with a haste, really could dive Long DD here. Edict was down, but now it's back up. Bamboe has to be careful. That refraction defensively is really not going to do anything. The huge tower dive. They know the Panda ult is down. Fissure on 2, actually blocking Bamboe off. And that's going to put an end to any ambitions of getting more kills. But Sing Sing stealing the track, that could be a huge bonus for mousesports.
Yeah, the irony of that is not lost on me for sure. And I imagine it's something that will be very useful here. Come With Me is actually farming really well bottom lane. He's finished off his 4-star. And ROTK as well. I mean, he has not really been shut down. A couple dusts have been bought by Sing Sing. They haven't managed to kill him until he actually stole that track. But they put pressure on the tower, and they were going to try and get a few tier 1 towers soon, I imagine, mousesports. And with that, they'll be in a decent position here. They can get Black closer and closer to that relic. He's still a long way away from it, but he's been involved in a lot of action and held his own fairly well so far.
It's actually a significant lead here for mousesports. There's no towers down for either team. They're up by over 2k gold and experience. And you might be thinking, well, Bounty Hunter's track could bring your team back into the game, right, in terms of gold. Yes, it certainly can, but not if it's being stolen. And Sing Sing actually tracks immediately, 4-step in, pulls it back in with the telekinesis, and the Sunstrike's gonna hit. What a teamwork from mousesports. They get another kill, and again, it's a track kill. The gold is really starting to pile up here.
Yeah, I mean it's not
just
I mean it's
unfair.
just a level 1 track. It's a small it's a small thing, but they're getting kills. I mean it's going to all these heroes, and it's more importantly a way of actually killing the bounty hunter. It's saving gold on buying dust and sentries, and whenever he comes out, he can just spam it. It's a pretty low mana cost, and Rubik, being an intel hero, has plenty of mana to just continuously use that.
I really like this adjustment by TK. They're gonna send Darkseer down to the bottom lane instead, and it's possible for mousesports to kill him, but it's gonna be a lot harder than that bounty hunter. It also allows Bounty Hunter to roam around now, so RTK maybe going to buy a TP and looks to go top, and I feel like that's what they need to do. You got to shut down Black. He's been sitting top very comfortably for a while. In fact, he's diving the tower now, gods. Bunch of TPs forced. Decent Fissure and Sunstrike. RTK going to drop low. He's still going to give chase. The Templar trap slowing him down. Goes Invis. Is there Sentry Ward? Doesn't look like it. Bambo's track. Has to be very careful. Vacuum back in. Great vacuum from Super. Tanking everything. And look at the damage. He just melts to Bambo. They baited that one out. Burning. Has the Panda ult. Gets a clap on 3. Uses the ultimate. Wants Black. Actually, does he? No, he wants to come with me. Turns back around for Bambo. Bambo in the back lines. Getting all the kills. He will drop. It's a track kill as well. Zippo drops low. Dies to the creep, in fact. And now the track goes on to Black. RTK entangled. Will not be able to wind walk away. Burning claps a tree. Templar trap as well. mousesports just have too much chase power here. One more entangle or Fissure will spell the death of him. Actually, it might be the cold snap that gets this kill. Birdie still running for his life. Does not have phase boots. It is arcane. No blink dagger up on him yet. He will survive. It's this Templar though. It's the Templar. Just too much damage. They really underestimate it.
It's time and time again. I mean, it was last game. It was Sing Sing underestimating against MUFC, but this time around, mousesports really using its true potential. Bamboo just tearing through some of these heroes, and even when he ultimately went down, he was tracked up, but he died to a neutral. So the goal, I don't think, actually went to DK.
Bernie probably gonna die here. Refraction just gonna be too much damage, and Super on the back foot. Come with me out of mana. So Bambo will get the kill and survive. Something delivered here. It's gonna be Arcane Boots for Come With Me, which he definitely needs. Seems like he's out of mana a lot. Exhort Invoker, Sunstrike is very expensive, especially if you also want Forge Spirits and Cold Snap. But that's really gonna help out Mouse, and they're gonna look to push mid. That is the power of the double Forge Spirits. You can actually do some decent pushing early on, even on Invoker.
Yeah, no, this is a useful build to have, because they haven't actually managed to take any towers yet, but now that they've got those levels, they've got some of those core items up as well, with the 4-star Arcane Boots actually being bought by Come With Me to help out his team. Bamboo's getting close to a Blink Dagger, and ES Arcane Boots up on him. They've mostly got their core early game items. Black would like to be a bit closer to his Relic, but by no means has he been playing poorly, as he will just be getting... I mean, he's died a couple times, but he's been involved in action at mid. Sing Sing caught on the wrong side of the river. He gets perched up. He's going to go down, just drops a Fade Bolt, throws a few spells, even drops a Diabolic Edict before he goes down. Does a lot of damage, and long DD, Sunstrike. It's not going to land. The Forward Spirits, though, the right-click damage from them does get a kill. And look at Zippo. The Forward Spirits almost take him out. He's on 40 HP. Fissure, is it going to land? No. Guess is wrong. He ran towards the trees, not towards the base.
Will the Illusions get it? No, denied by RTK. That was important there. Do not want to give mousesports that when they're already far ahead. Track on the Bambo. Burning really chasing him, perhaps a bit too far. RTK is... Oh, the Fissure actually going to help DK just a bit there on the wrong side, unfortunately. They will escape, but Mouse are completely controlling the pace of the game. And guess what happens when these 4 heroes are winning engagements? 4v4, even 4v5. It's free farm for Black. He's getting close to the Relic, and he's doing it with phase boots and regular boots, and he's doing it in the off lane. It's looking very good for Mouse right now.
Yeah, I mean, especially if he gets this tier on tie, I think we'll see a couple TPs. There we go, first TP coming. It looks like Shadow Demon will be there to defend that, but if he really wants, he can just TP down towards the bottom lane. There's a free lane there with farm, as well as a potential tower kill. It's already quite low, and his teammates are there to back him up if they want to go for that group push that Lone Druid can help him out with. But Lone Druid just going to farm up some neutrals here, hold his own at the top lane while his team maybe goes for bottom lane. Try to divide the attention of DK. Make him make a decision. Do they shut down Black's farm, or do they go for the big engagement at bottom lane?
Well, for the moment, they're playing it very defensively on the DK side. Just playing on their side of the river, not really going for kills anymore. And this is a lineup built around getting those kills. I mean, especially with the Panda ult. Whenever you get a Bounty Hunter, you want kills. Otherwise, he largely goes to waste. Track is nice for spotting out the Templar Assassin, but it's not really a reason to pick the hero alone. And RTK going to go for the tower tonight. He misses it. Are they going to give chase? No, they're not. And meanwhile, middle lane was a huge dive from Super. Maybe thinking about backstabbing Sing Sing. Instead, he rotates top, TP in as well. This time from Czar. And Black, pretty hard to bring down at this point. 1500 HP, but he goes in, purge, blink, clap, Panda ultimate. They want black. It's taking a lot to get him. I hear a Sunstrike going off. Defensive disruption on Zar. Panda throws up the Spirit Baron, or Sil Baron into the air. Zar on the back foot. He will go down, but here comes Bamboe. Tracked up. He doesn't care. And again with the Cyclones. Great micro by burning, locking so many heroes in place. Really using that Panda to his full potential. Bamboe, the long-range trap. Sing Sing looking to pull him back in. Track as well onto Sing Sing. And that may put an end to Bamboe's dive. It will not. DD up on him. Still has 5 refraction charges. And it looks like that's good. Actually, he's going to back off. Even with the DD Sunstrike flying in. Where the hell is that Sunstrike? Oh, it's right here. Actually going to miss pretty badly. Long DD gets caught out. Exort Invoker just chewing through him. Brings him down. Even some fair body blocking for good measure in the midst of it. ROTK, telekinesis as well. Bamboe doing the big right clicks. Brings him down. And mousesports are just absolutely routing DK. DK had 5 heroes there. They used the Panda ult. And they lose 2 and they're driven back to base. And now mousesports, with a commanding lead, looking to take this tier 1 tower. Would be their 3rd tower of the game.
mousesports in a fairly controlling position here. I mean, DK, I mean, they've got the Darkseid, they've got this sort of great team fight when they've got their ulti, but Darkseid's still not actually leveling up the wall. It's still fairly early game, and that's where mousesports are shining. With this Templar Assassin pick, they are controlling the tempo. They've got the Invoker as well. Those Forward Spirits just doing damage. I mean, these are some heroes that actually take a lot of damage from the Forward Spirits right click, the minus armor, basically multiplying all that damage as well from them. And mousesports pick up 1 tower, potentially even more. Blinking from Bamboo. Long DD gets 3-shotted. ES was there, not even needed, and Zippo TPing in needs to be careful that he doesn't get taken out. But it looks like the ES will go down. He won't get one of those clutch DTs off, and Sing Sing now on the run. He doesn't have Shadow Walk anymore. He stole Drunken Haze, which is not really what he wants to have.
Blink back in. He wants RTK. The disruption. No, Sing Sing zaps him. There you go. That's your taser. Clap onto Bamboe. Burning, trying to get the kill, but look at the damage. Holy crap. Bamboe once burning. Probably going to get him 2. 1 more hit that actually hits will do it. The evasion. 1 evasion. Not going to be enough. Again with the blinking from Bamboe. He is playing balls deep this game. Cold Snap. 4-step in. Come with me wants a piece of the action too. Here comes the Darkseer. No wall just yet. Only the Ion Shell. Come with me dropping fast. That Soul Catcher will bring him down. But Bamboe gets a double. It feels like more. Actually, no. Invoker got that last hit. The Forward Spirits. Bamboe can probably turn this one around too. Still no Panda ult. Super. Not going to die. He is going to die. The long range snipes don't need Sunstrike. And he's going to get away. Oh my goodness gracious. And again, black is not participating. This is 4 Protect 1 at its finest. It's not really a lineup that you expect to see it being played this way, but that's how it's working out.
Well, all the big fans of Bamboo Dodo are going to be having a lot of fun watching this game. He is playing sensationally. He's a player, we say it time and time again, he loves to be super aggressive. It's either, it works to his advantage sometimes, or otherwise it's his sort of, it's where mousesports fall short. He'll play too aggressive, he'll overextend and go down and be punished for it. But when it works, it looks amazing, and this is one of those situations where Bamboo just really helping out mousesports, just control the game, get kill after kill, and provide some quality entertainment.
DK, they can't farm anymore. They can't sit in lanes like this. If they do, Bamboe is everywhere. Easy pickoffs for him. There's so many. Leshrac is just dead. It's so easy to dodge those split earths when he's by himself. And even the Shadow Demon, if disrupt, he might be able to disrupt, but then he'll probably die anyway. Super can surge away, but he can't fight at all. If the Panda ult is there, DK can try and take a fight. But aside from that, what can they really do at this point? I guess you just turtle, right?
Well, that's kind of their option here, but they haven't really got... What are they turtling for if you're DK? The Bounty Hunter's not going to get any sort of items up. Brewmaster himself, he's already got the Blink Dagger. From there, he's going to get... his next item is something like a Vlad's or an Aghanim Scepter. It's not like they've got a great late game, apart from the Darkseid, who still does not have the Wall of Rep phase. Level 12, they're going to go in. Zar, the ES, gets vacuumed in. He wants to go have an ulti. Big ulti. DK get completely comboed down. Only the Darkseid dropping as Brewmaster just gets off his ulti. He does take out the ES. And now they're not done. Big Ice Wall. ROTK taking a lot of damage. Leshrac has gone down. So is the Shadow Demon. And Bamboo taking a lot of damage from the Brewmaster ultimate. Brewmaster, though, forced to just blink on out. And even ROTK, the Bounty Hunter, needs to be careful. He gets the track down. There is a dust on. Come with me. They find him. He goes down.
Look at the... There aren't... Normally when a hero does physical damage, they need items to burst you down. But Invoker and Templar Assassin definitely don't. It's the minus armor and just the raw base damage from the as well as the refraction and the exhort bonus damage. This is insane to watch. I mean, these heroes are not really carries. They're like physical nukers at this point. It's too much for DK. And again, that was with the Panda ult. It's without the Syllabare, the Lone Druid being there. Speaking of him, he's got a relic up, and Radiant's being flown out to him. Indeed, he does. But they want him. Still, even if they kill him, he's already got that huge core item, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. They'll take the kill if they can get it. Iron Shell actually used on the wrong hero there. Vacuum back in. Sunstrike flying through. Black will go down. In fact, the Courier's got to be careful. He dies. But is that it? Not sure. Fissure onto Zippo. Almost arranged for that Blink Dagger. Bamboe wants this. Those traps, really long range. Goes for Zippo, melts him down. Now they want Burning. He doesn't have that Panda ultimate. Bamboe chasing like a boss here. Wants Burning. Will he get him? No, the big evasion from Burning. Needs a little bit of luck to survive. A great fissure block again. Zar playing really well as Earthshaker. Definitely blast on 3. Bamboe in the middle of 3. Doesn't care. He might pay for this one. No, the refraction keeps him alive. Surged on out of there. Or not, yeah, I believe he was surged, actually.
Magic One saving his life there. He almost got taken out.
And
Rubik now. Sing Sing. Caught in no man's land. He is still okay. He's got surge, so he's got a lot of movement speed. But Bounty Hunter is hot on his tracks, and he will not get away. The surge wearing off, and now the return fire. Invoker looking for a Leshrac. Invoker, though, tracked up, forced after the low ground. Nice bit of movement there from Come With Me. He will get out of there. And it will be Bamboo looking to hunt. He's running back in. He doesn't care that he's got 80 HP. He wants more kills.
Oh no, Bamboe. Don't do it, my friend. Don't do it, Bamboe. The Zippo's here to start. The blink in. He's gonna get the kill and the TP out. Will the disruption be in time? No, he doesn't get it off. He purges, but Bamboe back at the fountain. Okay, I know there were a lot of people in chat flaming Bamboe, saying that he's a bad player because he died a couple times. He's an aggressive player, not a bad one. If it works out, like God said, it's great. If it doesn't, yes, he feeds, but that's just the type of player he is. And I mean, when the aggressive play works, this is why mousesports have so many fans. They are just wailing on DK now. It's a massive gold lead, 14,000, a huge experience lead. I also have to credit Sing Sing. I actually didn't realize that he had stolen Surge there. I thought Darkseer was using it on the opponent by accident, which I think you can do, but no, it was Sing Sing stealing it. He's been in the right places at the right time, too. Look at his items. Arcane Boots, Force Staff, and also stealing that track. I mean, every time... You said it was level 1 earlier, and that's true, but even at level 1, if there's one other hero there, that's 200 gold additionally for those two heroes. Split between them, so... I mean, Sing Sing making his presence felt as well. Everybody on Mouse just playing exceptionally well. Perhaps not grouped up as much as they might want to be now, but they're making it work nonetheless.
Oh, and DK, they're running on options. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for another attempt at the big smoke gank. They've got a third smoke as well if they want to use that following this one. But they're going to head down the bottom. They're going to look for a big engagement, and it's going to be with the Brewmaster. But Darkseer now has his wall of Replet up to level 1. He'll definitely want another point in that, and they're going to look for this big blink clap to initiate in.
Oh, blink on 3. Immediately Panda ult is used. Mousesports in a lot of trouble. Double Force Staff away. Thrown up into the air by the Panda. That's 1 kill, 2 kill. We're probably going to see 3 momentarily. Sing Sing likely to go down. He decides to fight. And Bamboe probably shouldn't fight this one. As aggressive as he did play, that might be too much. Blink into the trees, looking for the TP out. No way to really... Oh, no, he didn't TP out. Actually, I think that dust hit him, but they don't see him. The ping, but it's from Sing Sing. Just trolling a little bit. He's telling Bamboe to blink away. And Bamboe, with the Yasha up and a Haster, maybe going to look to turn this one around. Remember, Panda ult was used. Black still not participating in the team fights. Is Bamboe really going to go in now? Earthshaker respawning soon. Rubik in 18 seconds. Oh, Bamboe, I know what you're thinking. He's got to be patient, though. Ward gets dropped, and DK will back off.
Yeah, we'll see where DK want to go here. Aegis, Roshan is still up. Will they go for it, or will they look to just stall things out, wait for the next Brewmaster Ultimate? Because without Brewmaster Ultimate, they can't really do all too much. They need to be careful, but with Invoker just respawning now, they do have a slight window of opportunity to at least farm a bit here. Sunstrike going to scale out Roshan, and DK decided not to go for that.
Yeah, I like that immediate... this is something DK will do. If they don't really have the best Roshan team at this point. There's no medallion up as far as... At least I don't think there is last time I checked. Yeah, no medallion, no great physical damage at this point. And it was unlikely they would go, but it's something DK will do when they win a fight. They knock that tower. They'll try and sneak a Roshan in, especially on the Dire side. Mouse are having none of it. Pressuring the mid tower. This is the last outer tower for DK. It takes the fall. Black gets the last hit, up to 2,300 gold. only the Radiance on the Bear, but if he wants to go for Assault Caress, if he wants the Vlad's, he has it now. If he goes for Assault Caress, he's about halfway, maybe slightly less than that there. And if he wants to go for Pipe, he's almost got it. He's got the Hood now for sure. And then maybe another 1,000 or so for the completed Pipe. Mouse goes for Roshan. Forward Spirits and the Bear just melting it down. Bamboe takes it. If he was already playing aggressively without an Aegis before, he can play doubly so now.
Yep, and ES is getting very close to a Blink Dagger now as well. So mousesports, everything's coming together here. Game number 1 against DK. Finally looking to get things off to a good start. As we will see Bamboe, what has he got? He's picked up a gem. He just put a gem for his team, so they're going to be using that to deal with this Bounty Hunter. Forget Stealing Track. Now Sing Sing can look to focus on some of these other spells to get this. Imagine if he steals a Brewmaster Ultimate. That would probably be the creme de la creme. If he can get it right after Brewmaster comes out, get one for themselves. We'll see if he can get his hands on something like that. As mousesports, it looks like they want to try break on through soon.
Oh, they almost... RTK has to go back to Fountain thanks to one Sunstrike, a couple of right clicks from the Forward Spirits. Now, bottom lane and top lane are pushing out, so Mouse, they're going to have to look to actually do some damage here. And I will say, DK have a very difficult lineup to go high ground on. The Panda, Blink, Ultimate, Darkseer, Vacuum Wall. We have seen Darkseers turn games around in this situation so many times. If DK win a fight, it probably means they get 3 or 4 track kills. That could be disastrous for Mouse. Although they're very far ahead, they cannot get greedy, cannot overextend too much. Something gets stolen from the Darkseer. Let's see what that is. It's actually a clap from Panda. Not gonna steal the ult, which I'm sure Sing Sing. If you can ever steal the ult from Panda, it's a great thing to have. I mean, it's one of the best spells in the game to steal. But yeah, Mouse not committing yet, and actually, Bear, great job here by Black. Uses the Radiance Bear to keep that bottom lane pushed out, so they can stay here for quite a while. Oh, Blink initiation. Yep. They won Burning. Great Blink away from him as well. And it looks like Mouse missed the opportunity for the kill, but they bait out the Panda ult. Oh, Super knows they have to make something happen now. Mouse charging away. Track as well. They're not going to chase, and now I think Mouse can go high ground. Maybe a little bit hard with the wall vacuum, but there's no Panda ult on the board. Nothing available for DK from him.
Yeah, the main thing is Brewmaster needs to get away and don't make sure that the Rubik doesn't get a chance to steal that ultimate. And we will see this tier 3 tower being chipped away at the Bear, just giving that additional demolish damage. It's going down fairly quickly. Soulcatcher actually on the Spirit Bear, making sure it does take a bit more damage there. And Sunstrike not going to land, but mousesports just happy to play a slow and patient game for the first time yet. First time all game, they're not just diving in, they're taking it steady.
Oh! Look at that splash damage. That is the Psy Blades, guys. Oh man, Templar Assassin's auto attacks do splash to the creeps behind it. Oh, Cold Snap onto Zippo. Forward Spirits. Disruption. Maybe they'll turn this into a kill. No, he should be okay. Bamboe pops the Manta Cell, and the pressure continues. They're not going to give up on this push just yet. And again, that Radiance Bear got bottom lane going the right way, so they don't really need to. And DK, there's no Prophet on the field. There's no Anti-Mage with a Battle Fury. There's nothing to allow them to split push. We saw when DK was in the situation before in the previous series. Oh, Blinkin, Deafening Blast, and the Meteor. They want Burning. They're not going to get him, but he's dropping low. Vacuum in, and the Split Earth. Where's the wall? Where's the wall? He doesn't get the wall off in the end, and if they had it, it would have been huge, but now it's Bamboe doing the dirty work. Tower last hit by Black, who is filthy rich at this point. Tracks everywhere, and it looks like Mouse are poised to take game 1. It's only 1 set of racks. It might be more, but they're just so far ahead at this point, guys.
Yeah, the lead with that team fight there, with the Aegis still in their hands, and with a very, they didn't even break a sweat to win that fight. They are going to see the GG call coming from DK. Mousesports, convincing fashion, very entertaining fashion, some amazing individual play from Bamboo, from Black, and just all around a team effort. I mean, the DPS coming from Come With Me throughout the mid-game with his Forward Spirits was, I mean, just something that DK didn't have any answers for. So really well-played game from
even the stand-in Sar, who, like you said, I believe is a member of SGC, the Storm's game clan. He had some great fissures, especially early on. That first blood that was denied to a neutral. Great fissure block from him. And I mean, all around, it was all about the individual play. I still feel DK had a great lineup, but the execution by Mouse was just better. They outplayed DK in pretty much every corner from start to finish. They take game 1. Mousesports on the verge of actually winning one of their matches here. And if they win this, they have a chance at advancing into that main bracket. They would need the other 2 teams in the group to go 1 and 2, and then they'd have a 3-way tie for that second spot. But right now, they just have to worry about game 2 versus DK. I am LD of dotacommentaries.com. Joining me is godz. We'll be coming back to you guys momentarily with game 2 of Mouse versus DK. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss this. You're